All right, so here we are on page 3 of the Unit 4 study guide. This is part 2 for H through 4K fractions, starting with number 17. Here we go. The Woodside Relay team has an upcoming meet. Each of the team members runs a leg or a portion of the race. Alex runs 5/6 of a mile, Peyton 2/3 of a mile, Brett 11/12 of a mile, and Ryan 5/24 of a mile. How long is the race? So in order to find out how long the race is, we're going to have to add all of the different legs together. All right, so we've got 5/6 plus 2/3 plus 11/12 plus 15/24. And I know that I can use 24 as a common denominator for all of these other denominators because 6, 3, and 12 all divide into 24 evenly. So if I want to change 6 into 24ths, I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom by 4, so that would give me 20 24ths. 3 into 24ths, multiply the top and the bottom by 8, so that would give me 16 24ths. 12 to 24ths, multiply top and bottom by 2, so that gives me 22 24ths, and then of course 15 24ths is already in 24ths. Now I need to add. So I know 15 plus 15 is 30, so 15 plus 16 has to be 31. And then 20 plus 22 is 42. So if I add both of those up, I'm adding the numerators. I know my denominator is going to stay 24. I get 73 here. So of course that's an improper fraction, and I need to divide 73 by 24. Well, I know that 24 goes into 73 3 times with 1 left over, and my denominator is 24. So that is 3 and 1 24th would be my answer there. If you didn't know that 24 went into 73 3 times with 1 left over, you could do that division problem over here. 73 divided by 24 would be 3, and 3 times 24 is 72, and subtract, and we have our 1. So there's our whole number. Our leftovers is the numerator, and then the denominator stays the same. So 3 and 1 24ths. All right, solving some equations then with fractions. We're going to do opposite operations. So we've got a plus 3 and 7/9 equals 12 and 1/6. Same procedure that we had with whole numbers. We do the opposite operations to both sides of the equal sign. So we're subtracting 3 and 7/9 from both sides of the equal sign so that we can isolate a. We want this a to be all by itself. In order to do that, we've got to cancel out this 3 and 7/9 or subtract that from both sides. I'm going to work my problem out here. 12 and 1/6 minus 3 and 7/9. I know for 6 and 9, a great common denominator would be 18. Let's do 18. All right, so I've got 12 and 18 here, times 3 times 3. And I've got 3 and 18 here, times 2 times 2. So, remind myself that I'm subtracting here. I can't take 14 away from 3, so I need to borrow. That will become 11. And then we add the value of the denominator to the numerator. So this would be 21, 18, and 3 more. And then 14 from 21 gives us 7 over 18. And then 3 from 11 gives us 8. So 8 and 7/18 is our answer for this one. Alrighty, number 19 then. D minus 2/7 equals 5 and 3/4. We want to isolate D, so we're doing the opposite of what's happening to it. So we're going to add 2/7 to both sides. I'm going to do my problem over here. So I've got 5 and 3/4, and I'm adding 2/7. A great common denominator for 4 and 7 would be 28. 4 times 7 is 28, 3 times 7 is 21. 7 times 4 is 28, 4 times 2 is 8. Add these up, I get 29 28ths. Sorry, 5 and 29 28ths. 28 divides into 29 once with 1 left over. We add that to the 5, so we have 6 and 1/28 for our answer there. Okay. Number 20, we have 4/11 plus G equals 7/6. So we need to isolate this G. In order to do that, we're going to subtract this 4/11 so we can get rid of it from that side of the equal sign. We do that on both sides of the equal sign. So we're going to be working out the problem 7/6 minus 4/11. Can use 66 as our common denominator. Multiply top and bottom by 11 there. Multiply top and bottom by 6 here. And we've got 77 minus 24 then. So we get 53 over 66. And that is our answer, because we cannot reduce that. Alrighty, number 21 here. We've got 1 3/5 equals p minus 5 1/5. So we want to isolate the variable. We're going to do the opposite operation, so we're adding 5 1/5 to both sides of this equal sign. Now for this one, we've already got a common denominator, and so 3 plus 1 is 4. Denominator stays the same. 5 plus 1 is 6, so that should be 6 4/5. Alrighty, last one. We're going to work the problem correctly. Colin did it wrong, and then explain what was wrong there. So we're going to take our 6 1/8, and we're going to subtract 2 3/4. Use eighths as our common denominator. Means we have to multiply top and bottom by 2 here. We can't take 6 away from 1, and so we need to regroup. With that 5, add the value of the denominator to the numerator, so make that 9. 6 from 9 is 3/8, and 2 from 5 is 3. So our answer should be 3 3/8, where Callan got 4 5/8. And the problem is that Callan subtracted 1 from 6 instead of 6 from 1 with regrouping. So Callan did not regroup to do the subtraction. All right, there you go, guys. If you have any questions about this, make sure you ask or go over those notes, because we'll be taking our test very soon.